What up, you lab rats? This is episode number 90.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh, yeah, 90. And today we're talking about adding soul to your business. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to the lab. My name is Megan.
I'm Kevin.
Let's get in the lab. Okay, so exciting. It's B's birthday today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Big 2-8.
2-8. So, yeah, we're going to talk about adding soul to your business and what that actually really means. But first, as always, let's do some relationship tag questions.
All right.
Okay, so this one, I picked it. Okay, what do you think is the key to good parenting?
The key to good parenting is discipline.
We don't have any kids, okay, so we're going to preface that. We are not even parents, but yeah. What do you think?
But I believe it's discipline. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I usually bring out my younger brother and kind of hang out with me, and he's pretty much a kid. And he needs some discipline.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm not going to spank him or anything, but give some kids some rules, some parameters. That way they can't breach it or just kind of step on your toes. Yeah.
So, we were just talking about that and what it means to actually be a parent or a guide for people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about that. I think it's super important, whether you're a parent or not, is to, you have younger people around you. And I think it's important that you set an example.
Yeah.
Which is something that I've been thinking about, not necessarily because I want to become a parent, but because Steven is around more. And it makes me more conscious about what I'm saying. Yeah. And definitely discipline.
Yeah, we want to make sure the kids are still having their life as kids.
Still being kids, yeah. So I need to watch it because I would probably curse more than...
But anyways, usually the great influence that I've seen that we've impacted on him is that at a young age, he's already uploading videos to YouTube on his own, with just watching your videos and asking questions and how we do things. And exactly like when I was at his age, this wasn't available, and I wasn't thinking about YouTube. I was skateboarding with friends, so I was acting like pretty much within line for my age, and I just want to make sure kids nowadays still enjoy that life, other than being behind a computer and trying to start a business or something.
Yeah, it's interesting because I never thought of the way that we present this show to be like an issue or anything like that, but I always wondered why some people were okay with cursing and some people were not. And so I was trying to find the balance between what is it, and it's not the cursing, that makes it, it's automatically bad, right? Yeah. I'm still a firm believer in that. If you can't handle a curse word or something like that, then I this isn't for you. I really don't have time for that. Mm-hmm. But because of Steven being around every so often, it does make you be more conscious. Like, you don't know who's watching your content, right? And so it just makes me feel a little bit more responsible as to what I'm putting out, and just to be, cognizant of that. But also to remind those who are watching the content, cursing is not said in just to get a laugh or just to do this and that. It's not. Yeah. It's not done the way that we deliver the content. If it's a little harsher or whatever, it's not to be intently just to curse, right? It's not to be cool.
It just depends on the situation.
It's just, for me, it's just a matter of expression, and I use that responsibly, and so should many others. So as long as other, young people are watching, I don't know. See, now it's weird. Okay, so let's get into the show. Let's talk about adding soul to your business. This is something that's a big topic for us because as we kind of move together within the world of podcasting and new transparency for KLV Photography, a big thing was what
other business are doing and what other business are lacking of. And transparency is a big issue
Yeah.
in business nowadays, because everyone's used to the old business formula where you don't need to show your face behind the business, or just start marketing your product versus marketing yourself. And as younger kids now, we like to be more transparent. We want to see faces to the business. That way we kind of bring that relationship, and we're more trusting in a way.
Right. I think the biggest thing that we've seen, like as far as, transitioning our business, which was, it's established, there's nothing wrong with it, right? But as the times go by and we see things that are changing and trends and business trends, we want to, not just play catch up all the time, which is what I see our business doing. We're playing catch up. And so with that in mind, like I want for us to be one step ahead of the curve, and just to be like, well, this is what I see, what's happening, and we're going to adjust in a way that works for us. So it's really not about copying trends, but it's about riding the trends that work for us.
Yeah, riding trends, and probably starting our own trends. Or starting our own ideas in how we're marketing.
Right. So let's define first and foremost for us. Shit, did it get dark? So we talked about adding soul to the business, right? So what does that mean first? Like when I was saying that, like what did that mean to you? How do we define that?
Adding souls, I'll give one example for like Facebook, versus sending out like a picture from an engagement session or a wedding day.
Yeah.
We kind of show our back end work, and like how Megan works and what she's currently doing for KLV Photography, or behind scenes of me photographing a client.
Yeah.
Something that shows us as either a couple or our team,
right,
within KLV Photography.
Because we found that was super marketable. Remember, I used to come out to meetings with you, and I hated it, but like, not hated it, but just like I knew that there was a better way to show who we were.
Yeah.
And it wasn't during a meeting. And y'all know that I'm on the camp of like Tim Ferriss, where meetings are a big waste of time. And so, for us to be able to still show who we are as a couple, we still run the business together in our own way. Now we have to kind of adjust. And yeah, Facebook is one of those things. Instagram is one of those things. Blogging in the way that we do now is one of those things. And now you're doing Veda with me. You're doing video with me, doing the podcast with me.
Yeah, all of that kind of sums up in providing soul to your company.
Right.
People get to kind of relate to the owner of the business and say, oh, he likes mountain biking, or he likes rock climbing. Oh, me too. I'm just like him, or, they're able to bring a connection, just not with your business, but with you as the owner.
Right. And I think that's super important. Another thing with soul is like what I've been reading with this book called Primal Branding, and how, brands like Apple or Google, or even brands like HP have been, harnessing the power of their brand for all these years, is because they have these certain things. And one of those things is creating ritual.
But I still think Apple does have a lot of soul within.
Yeah, they have a lot of soul.
Yeah, a lot of soul within a company, because of just showing how Steve Jobs versus like how he first started within a garage, and just taking pictures of him and throwing those pictures out, and his quotes and things like that really brings a lot of soul. And that's what business nowadays have to kind of implement of your history, how you first started, and things like that.
Right. So the thing with ritual now, like one of those things to come back to that point is like, well, for you, what did ritual mean to you?
Within business?
Yeah, for us, like what are our rituals? Like the show's a ritual, right?
Yeah.
Every week we come on.
Yeah. I think another ritual for us is blogging weekly.
Communicating those like repeated things that you do that people come to expect, and they kind of can look forward to. It's like watching a show, right? They have that opening bumper, and then you're like, okay.
Yeah, I had a meeting yesterday with a client, and they actually been following us for a while, and they said, like every week, I didn't know you were updating your blog, but once I didn't check it for 2 weeks, I saw a bunch of blogs, and I started to follow you, and I've noticed you shot a lot. You're constantly busy.
That's interesting.
And that's crazy. I mean, that's really great to hear that. And
Okay. So we are already not on top of things. So like somebody said, I didn't know that you were updating your blog once a week. What does that tell me as a marketer? That tells me that we need to establish that the ritual is, hey, yeah, we post once a week or twice a week or whatever it is now, and then stick to it, right? So a lot of, like, I just answered a question about this from Dave Chesson, and he was saying, how do I let people know that I'm now putting out video? How do I let people know that I'm doing this new thing, right? Yeah. We're kind of doing a new thing and making that transition. And if we don't communicate that to our audience, it's just like, hello, I just now create blog posts all the time, but they don't know. And so we can't really harness the momentum of their, of our audience because we didn't tell them anything. Yeah. So right there, that's great. That's a good, see, the podcast is like a business meeting. So that tells me that I need to let people know what we're doing as we're doing it. And that creates also too a ritual because we're also thinking about our audience and saying, don't forget about us because we're putting this out now. And we'd love for you to join us. That's basically all we're doing. So what else did I want to talk about? What other changes are we going to implement now that we're wanting to create soul?
So to bring more soul, we're thinking of implementing more video, just not of us podcasting, but probably having some of our staff at KLV Photography to film us while we're working.
Finally.
And I mean, Megan's been doing before she left the company. Well, she didn't leave, but left shooting, was that she filmed our clients and their testimonial, what they have to say and their experience with us was like. So
it's just this extra step, and I know it's like because you get in the groove of working and you want to focus on that, and it is distracting to be able to document something because now you got to worry about this tech, now you got to worry about audio. So perhaps as Steven comes out with you guys, like give that fool another job. Like, here you go, here's the camera, and now you can film. I think that's going to be really good for us. It causes this sort of like, here we are, we're working today, right now, come and see us. And that connection is super powerful. Ooh, I'm excited for that. And then I'll, edit it, whatever. So that's a great way to add more soul to the company.
And other things is like when I'm like mountain biking or rock climbing, just kind of add those every now and then, just kind of show people,
who you are.
We're just not photographing all the live long day, but we do have a life outside photography.
Right.
And, you enjoy drinking wine and I enjoy climbing. So just want to show some of that.
I think well, I do enjoy
or else they think we're all like really tight. We're in our hub all the time.
Which sometimes is the case, but like, we do other things. We just don't show it. But yeah, I think that's super important. You need to
be more adventurous.
Be more that and like show your personal brand.
Exactly.
I'm a big proponent of that. You guys know that. How else are you going to stand out besides your content? The content is recycled. It's pretty much recycled. There's nothing really too crazy new that's being said unless you're one of the big dogs, right? So how else are you going to be seen is you, how you deliver this recycled information. I love hearing about what you have to say because I like your spin. I like the way you deliver it. I like the way you look. Oh, whatever.
Wow. But, other than bring soul just on social media platforms, usually I always recommend to get out there. Speak with those people within those community. That way they can put a face to your company. And that's soul right there. They're able to make an immediate connection versus following you on a social media platform for a long time and never get to meet you. So if you're able to get out there and speak to those people, then that's even a better connection. That is so key.
And that brings me to a very important point, which is that we will now be hosting our own workshops and places and live events because
that will be cool.
Yeah, we feel that we have the knowledge here, and we're just sitting back and letting people struggle and ask their questions, and we can't really help them because it's too much to type out. It's too much to have in one conversation, or if that. So I always get excited by events and just how it can activate you. You were so activated after one event, right?
Yeah.
And you're like barely in the podcasting room.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm all in. And so I love how live events, being with people, face to face, hand to hand contact, sounds like fighting, but, it activates you. It does something special. So events are something special, and that is definitely something we can do since we have a studio space, and that can eliminate a lot of cost for us.
Yeah.
So why not, right?
And how was your experience with SSS Live? SSS Live.
Yeah,
Sorry, too many.
It was really, really something special.
And did that help, like giving that connection with all those people?
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if you met them before.
No, I didn't meet anybody before. Nobody knew me either.
Okay.
And so that was interesting. And as a real intimate, tight group, and it really gave me the push to execute on what I've been wanting to do for a long time since that first event I ran. And even though I knew how to make video, I have no problem making video or pressing publish or anything like that. But just to see her in person, to do her thing, to see her being engaging with her audience, and I'm part of that, right? Because I'm very much inspired by her. And then, just to see how the whole day went. And I was like, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You build this thing up in your head where it's like, oh, I could never do that. I could never help the people the way that she can, or whatever limiting thoughts we all have in our head. But it's very possible. And it's time now to stop keeping all the knowledge that we have between each other to ourselves, and we give back to the community that has helped support us, which means putting on our own events. So I'm very excited about that. She's amazing. She's very sharp. She's very sharp. She's just like on all the time. Okay. So that was very inspiring. And then, I met some really cool people too. So shout out to all you peeps. I had a really good time. Yeah.
And if anyone is interested in our workshop, let us know. And
you can go to getinthelab.me/workshops, and all the information is there. It's going to be updated continually from here on out, but I'm very excited.
We'll
it's
start a very constructive outline of things that will target, that will further help your business, and our knowledge on strong points that we know that will work.
Yeah, and hopefully you're available so you can be there.
I'll be available. Sundays, usually Sundays.
Yeah, well, it's going to be on a Saturday. Sorry.
All right.
Okay, so some other things that are going on, guys. Really exciting. Our 100th episode is coming up. Good job, B. 100 episodes. That's a big deal.
I didn't even know it was 100. I think you filled in most of it.
Well, yeah, because I took this shit daily, okay? Yeah. So what's going to go on for the 100th episode? I don't know if we're going to be here in the studio or the home studio. We're going to be in somewhere else. I want to do something very special. I'm thinking about even, live broadcasting that thing.
Yeah.
But most importantly, I asked some of my best friends on the internets to contribute their thoughts via video about overcoming fear, which will be the theme of that episode. Because I think a lot of times, whether it's a small way or a big way, like me trying to activate and hold an event and say like, I'm not ready yet, or I don't have the audience, or whatever the fuck I was thinking about. But anyway, if you, we all deal with fear, right? And so I asked some of my best friends, Navid Moazis, Omar and Nicole from $100 MBA, Josh Trent from Wellness Force, who else? Jared Easley from Starve the Doubts and Podcast Movement. I asked them all to create some videos for you guys to inspire you to move past fear. So I'm very excited about that, show that on the 100th episode. So that is coming very, very soon. Awesome. I'm excited. And then what else? Oh, this weekend I'm going to New Media Expo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I'm only going to be there for like 2 days. But it'll be a good chance to connect with people once again during this conference season. They call it conference season. I'm just learning that. So if you are going to New Media Expo, hit me up on Twitter, and I'd love to connect.
Yeah.
Other than that, anything else?
I think if anyone's into video, there are also another convention called NAB.
NAB, yeah. That's the same weekend?
Yeah, NAB.
Yeah.
It's really cool if you guys can make it out. I can't make it out this year, but
yeah,
it's
what's
really
the
awesome.
ticket for that?
I forget.
It's expensive?
expensive,
Probably.
like $500-$400.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah.
Too many conferences.
If you're a videographer.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say, like, thank you for doing Veda with me. It's so fun, and people
Veda is
respond
really
really
fun.
well to us and to you.
It's
Mostly.
really quick.
It's probably him. Yeah, it's super quick, and it's
Super
just
quick,
it
and
allows you to be you.
Yeah.
That's so true. And so, as always, I'm going to be hosting a Veda meetup right after. Totally free to come, but details on that will follow soon after in the description. So, good things, V. I think this was a good show.
Awesome.
Again, happy birthday.
Thanks.
We're gonna celebrate, and I'm cooking all of his, well, not favorite things, some new things and some favorite things. Yeah. And then, So tomorrow, I'm sitting down with my sister for like a / interview workshop show for the dailies with me, and she just decided not to go to college, so that should be very interesting. And what else is coming up? I think that's it. That's all the stuff that's going on. We're very, very busy, but in a good way. Keep it busy. Yeah. Anything else? No. Okay. Didn't you want to talk about that thing? No. Okay. All right. Good things, guys. Once again, my name is Megan.
I'm Kevin.
And reminding you to get in the lab. We'll see you
Later.
Hey, guys. Thanks for sticking around to watch this show all the way to the end.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. So make sure, if you enjoyed this episode, to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. Also, if you are so inclined and you are ready to take the next step in your content creator business thing, whatever you're doing over there, I want you to head over to getinthelab.me/join and join my newsletter list, because that is where I share all this stuff that I don't share anywhere else. All right, so you're going to want to stay updated on that list. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.
Peace out.